Hey everyone, welcome back. Okay, so again, a different view, a different place. So I'm at it again. That is SOFI stock. And one of the user commented that the chart looks like a disaster and still you're here pumping the stock. So the word pumping is really funny for me because I think the only thing I can pump is air. But when it talks about stock, I don't think I'm really pumping the stock. What I'm doing is I'm sharing what I think the stock is doing or what I think the company is doing. SoFi is a real company with real products serving the real members. So in my opinion, they are doing an excellent job, but at a bad time when it comes to stock or when it comes to market. But that comment did spark some interest and I wanted to share it with you. So how low can SoFi go if we are talking just technicals? So let's do this. I'm going to share the chart and we're going to look at some of the technical indicators and we'll make a sense of it. I'm not promising that this is where it's going to go and this is where it's going to stop. But for me personally, that is where I'm looking at. This is where I think SoFi is going to stop. And that is the rock bottom in my opinion. And again, as they say, TA works till it works. So any bad news, any bad market movement can put this all down the drain. But I wanted to share it, what I'm seeing in the chart and share it with everyone so we can make an educated guess. We are again not timing the market, very important. We are not timing the market, we are just timing our entry. My cost basis for SoFi is $15, as you all know. It's very high and right now it's sitting at like $6 and some cents. I would love to average it down and I will. And I've said in my previous videos, then I'm going to average down the SoFi stock when it reaches a critical level of about $5 to $5.50. But let's see if it plans to drop even further below than that. So I'm gonna share the chart. If you like the video like this, then give it a thumbs up. And also for the charting, I'm using Moomoo, the link under the description. So take advantage of signing up and getting some free stock. So before or without any delay, I should say, let's get into my computer and look at the chart.
Okay, so let's quickly take a look at the SoFi chart and make sense of all that we were talking about. Okay, so I know now it looks a little bit busy here, so I'm going to go ahead and clear this so we can see. I'm going to actually get rid of MAs2 so we have a clean chart. So this is the daily chart right here, and we are going all the way back over here to 10 or around October of 2021. And if you notice over here, right here is October of 2021. And then if you notice here, we reached 2460 around 11/11 of 2021. And after that, we have seen nothing but a deep dive down. So now let's make a sense of this. So if I put a golden circle here, this is basically like a Fibonacci retracement. And if I put all the way down to this golden circle to the lower low of that we received around 602. Now, as per the charts, it's telling us that the next support we have is at $1.86. $1.86. This is crazy because after that we are looking at that the stock can go down as much as $1.86. But think about it. A company who is planning to do a revenue of over $1 billion, does it technically make sense? Or does it statistically make sense that their stock can touch $1.66 or $1.90? I don't think so. But did we even imagine that the dollar or the stock will be sitting at $6 when we're touching almost $24? And the talks were that the stock is going to go to $30 and then $50 eventually. Okay, things have really changed in the past of the market. The whole market sentiment has changed. But if I'm looking at just technicals here, I feel that what we are seeing right now is almost rock bottom of the stock particularly. Now, why do I say that? Okay, so we had this big fears of FOMC meeting, the interest rate, the inflation, and we just got the news 2 days ago that US GDP fell at a 1.4% pace to start the year. I mean, this is insane of what kind of news we are getting. So when GDP is shrinking, when inflation fear is higher, and more reports that I see that are telling us that we have more rough time ahead of us. Okay, this is all telling us. I feel that the extreme fear has already been built in. We know that student loan is not coming back in August. They already know that. They have already revised their estimate on that. So I feel any price between, I would say the cycle actually, let me just increase this right here, this particular point. Any price around, I would say $5, between $5 and $6 will be an extreme entry point for me personally. Again, not a financial advice. I'm just telling you what I would do. Because what I'm seeing here, their MACD is now going to be turning positive. Their RSI is hitting at all-time low right now. So that means that the stock is kind of oversold. And MACD is also going to be turning positive. And we are going to see a movement in the upward direction once this crazy market situation is over. And this crazy market situation can push the stock further down to about, I would say, $5 range, between $5 and $5.50 range. And that will be my optimal entry point. Now, if I just look at the TA suggests that we could further drop to around $60, $70 or something like that. I mean, that's crazy. But you know what? Let me just show you another comparison. And this was really, really cool when I saw this. Okay, so take a look over here. Let me just quickly compare. Okay, so take a look at this. This is SoFi. This is PayPal right here. And this is Robinhood. Now, see what's going on here. So PayPal, as you see, it's 1-year chart. We had this orange right here is, you see, is SoFi, and the blue is PayPal, and then the pink is Robinhood. This is Robinhood right here. So SoFi started, of course, very strong. PayPal was in straight line, and then SoFi was, of course, going through this time when it was very, very exciting, and everybody was talking about it. And we are talking about June, July of 2021. And if you see over here on the right hand side, it just shows the graph. It's like SoFi was up 44%, and then PayPal was only up 9.72%. But then see what happens. So after that, we got this downturn at around, I would say, June of 2020, when we are 2021. And then after that, we see this downturn until the earnings came out. The earnings came out on October 10th. And after we saw this flight of SoFi almost up 50%. PayPal started to show the signs of after effect of pandemic. All throughout, it was only up 10%, 15%, it was good. But then see what happened after October. After October, SoFi or PayPal started to drop. PayPal started to drop, which SoFi followed. Robinhood, of course, we know what happened with Robinhood. After that, Robinhood just plummeted. If you look at the 3-month chart, look, all these fintechs are following the same pattern, except a spike here and there just on the news. They all are following the same pattern, and every one of them are in deep value right now, are in the lowest lows. I mean, if you look at 1 month, you literally laugh. Look how they started. They're just coming down. There is no escape for anyone. You name it. You name the company in fintech, in finance, and they're struggling right now. They're struggling for users. They're struggling for members. They're struggling for business. Okay, let me add one more here. Let's add Lending Club over here. Okay. So Lending Club has been, of course, a strong player. See, Lending Club. This is Lending Club right here, 427, when we had that huge earnings came out, and it was a huge beat. But if I look at the 1-year chart, look, Lending Club performed really well till October. Again, same thing. And then after that, we saw nothing but decline, even for Lending Club. So it's very hard to say that, okay, SoFi is not doing well or SoFi is to blame, because I'm seeing this and I'm seeing a pattern that's been going on here. So again, I'm going to come back to the camera now and we'll finish this conversation there.
Okay, so at the end, it comes down to this. How strongly do you believe in the company? How strongly do you believe in the product and services? And are you ready to park your money for the next 6 to 5 years, I would say 5 to 6 years, in a stock that is not going to give you much return? Its decision is entirely up to yours, but this is what I look at. So when somebody says, I'm surprised that you're not buying SoFi at the moment, this is my answer to them. I'm not buying SoFi at the moment because I want faster return from my money. And that's why I'm investing in companies that I know are going to go up faster. But I will average down on SoFi when the charting, which I just shared with you, makes sense and the time or the entry makes sense. Again, not timing, just entry. So I hope I provided some value. And if you like the video, then give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. And for more one-on-one conversation, consider joining our Discord and Patreon. Links in the description below. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.